Hey guys, we're back for the seventh video. Just really want to focus in on something new for you guys. Just something that I feel like 95% of the people don't even think about, don't even realize, and it's one of those subconscious things that once you realize it, you're able to change it. You're able to, I don't know, just try to have that work in your favor. And we work on brands. Essentially put, we work on brands every day of our life. What we buy is based off the brand. Um, if you're let's say the average 21-year-old, they would rather drink Ciroc than any other vodka because Ciroc is a premium brand. Ciroc is a brand that, I don't know, like people really, it's the prestigiousness of the Ciroc that people buy. I mean, liquor pretty much tastes the same, more or less. You add a chaser in it, then it really tastes the same. Um, I don't know, shoes, Jordans. What's the big difference between a pair of Jordans and a pair of Adidas, or a pair of Jordans and a pair of Pumas? Not much, but people buy Jordans based off the prestigiousness of the brand, or just what the brand signifies. Michael Jordan, when he was in the NBA, and he was just having games in the flu, like playing games in the flu, scoring 40 points, 50 points. I mean, all the Jordans he ever wore throughout all his championships and all of that. The prestigiousness, just what they mean. So I just really want to talk to you guys about brands. We all have a brand. I have a brand. You have a brand. Your mom has a brand. I mean, everybody. I actually was thinking about this because I had a talk with my roommates last night, and we were all just talking, and we started talking about brands. We started talking about what I'm talking about now, and what came out of it was we realized that we need a brand, and we're already making a brand, but we brought that whole notion, the whole idea of our brand from a subconscious light to a conscious light. So we brought it from, okay, we're doing this without even thinking about it, to let's see what we can do now that we're thinking about it. And you think about it, in elementary school, you had the bully. What was his brand? Aggressiveness, brutality. What was their brand? What was the teacher's brand? The teacher was the smart one. The teacher had authority. That was their brand. Um, I don't know. Your mom. What was your mom's brand? Maybe maybe your mom's brand was harshness, and she was always the tough cookie. Or maybe your mom's brand was the loving one, the one that was cooking for everybody, the one that cared for everybody, the one that you couldn't get mad at. Maybe that was her brand that she developed for herself. And let's say for the people with fathers, let's just say the father's brand. Let's say if your father was non-existent, what's his brand? His brand is something that's just, I don't know, associated with laziness, associated with um, lifeless, or something like that, something negative. He has a negative brand. Let's just put that out there. Um, I feel like everybody really needs to hone their brand. I know me, when I first came to college, first went to college, excuse me, my brand was aggressiveness. My brand was anger. My brand was just crazy. Like, people really thought I was crazy because I put that out there. I wasn't able to control my emotions. I wasn't able to handle certain environments because I was from North Philadelphia, and you take a kid out of North Philadelphia, that's easy, but it's hard to take the North Philadelphia out of the kid. So that right there is what I went through, and you go through these things, and then you start realizing, hey, subconsciously you realize, hey, my brand is not where I need it to be, because people don't want to be around somebody that's crazy. People don't want to be around somebody that doesn't know how to hone their feelings, or doesn't know how to control their actions. So I had to change that, and now I feel like my brand is somewhat of a, I don't know, a guidance counselor, or a teacher. My brand is something like that. My brand is associated with personal growth and just, I don't know, overall self development. people look at me now, it's just like, yo, James, like, you really grew up. You really grew up from the 11, 12-year-old kid that I used to see running the streets, just going around, just, I mean, I was always smart, but I just never, I was never able to put that brand of, okay, James is intelligent, and mesh it well with the brand of James knows how to, I don't know, control his actions, control his thoughts, control what goes through his mind and how he perceives things and how he reacts. I remember I used to always tell people, hey, listen, man, my actions are a reaction of your actions. And that didn't get me far. Got me into a lot of trouble sometimes because that was my excuse to wild out, to act crazy, if you must. But I feel like everybody needs to, once again, realize what your brand is. Some people's brands are, they're the flakes. They're the people that you can't rely on. They're the people that say, listen, I'm going to do this, but I'm only going to do it for a small amount of time. And then once it gets too hard, I'll stop. That's some people's brands, because you know, hey, listen, if I hit this person up and I talk to them, then they're only going to be motivated for X amount of time. And that's their brand. Or you have some people's brands like Jay-Z. He's the hustler. He's the hard worker. He's the rags to riches, I don't know, like mogul, phenom. That's how I look at him. That's his brand to me. And I mean, Beyonce, Queen B, that's her brand. And I'm saying these people, and not just because they're wealthy and they make money off of who they are, but I mean, we all can do that. We all can make money off of who we are. We all can make money, and I'm not just saying, when I say money, I'm not just talking about financially. I'm talking about mentality-wise, or physically, or anything. Money just doesn't have to come in the form of currency, right? One of my closest friends, his name is Shaka. He gave me this analogy of breaking the bank. I think I referenced it in one of the videos earlier. Sometimes people put a penny in the bank, and then you're able to start putting nickels in the bank. And then once you start putting nickels in the bank, you're able to start putting dimes in the bank. And you start in this bank, and you may not be able to cash it out. You may not be able to break the piggy bank, but sooner or later you're going to start putting dollars, and then 20s, and then hundreds in the bank. Then you might even start writing checks in the bank, until one day you put so much knowledge, so much effort, so much of your brand into the bank that it's time to break it open and then cash out. So I feel like, yeah, we all have that bank, and we all need to put that bank around our brand. We need to formulate that bank around our brand.